How you doing?
I'm very tired.
I don't blame you. We're recording this at 2:17 in the morning. I mean, that's a fair reason to be tired.
That's a great time to choose to start this. But what is it that we're starting?
I'm starting a podcast, really.
Yeah, I mean a podcast with extra steps. Honestly,
Yeah, but listen, easier than adding TikTok Subway Surfers or like,
no, this is all.
you
That's
know,
all going here for the full episode.
yeah, we'll have Subway Surfers on the side too. Don't even worry.
Thank God, dude. My attention span can't take it.
Can't handle it. Be too much. One more second than it should be. Oh, I'm losing. I gotta go. That's how it is, though. I mean, like, that's what we're nowadays with TikTok and everything. I mean, that's how it is. Attention spans have just dropped extremely.
I know we talked about this, and this might go against one of the things that I said, but I definitely do find myself having shorter and shorter of attention span. Like I do still like watching long form content. It's actually funny. There are a couple channels that the reason why I started watching them wasn't even because I liked their content. It was because they had long videos. And I'm just like, "Oh, long video. I can zone out to this for an hour while I do stuff." So, and that's how I found like I don't know if you watch people like this, but things like Turkey Tom and stuff like that.
I don't think I've heard the name before, but it also sounds a little familiar. Like I've definitely maybe seen a video by him, but like it
Yeah,
hasn't
he
been a
does like
while.
long form content on like being up to date on certain content creators and what they've done wrong. He's done stuff on Chris Chan before and stuff like that, but also like things like Theo Vaughn and people that I haven't fucking heard of before him. But it's
Well,
interesting.
I can agree. I mean, I heard of. Is he the guy who made the documentary on Christian? That's like almost 100
No, that's
episodes.
Gino Samuel. Oh, why'd you leave? Oh no.
I did not leave on purpose. It kicked me out.
Oh no, I kicked you out. No, I can't do that. That's not how this is supposed to start.
This, that's how it's supposed to go.
But no, that's Gino Samuel. And let me tell you, I'm a big Christorian, and I am not afraid to admit that.
Big historian.
Yeah, that's what they're called, dude.
Is that really like the proper like
Yeah,
name?
a Christian historian. I'm a Christorian.
That's crazy. Like, I mean, like I respect it though.
Like, I probably shouldn't be. Like, it's probably unhealthy, but I don't know. People have done way worse. It's kind of just like at this point where it's like a train wreck, but it's like the world's worst train wreck. I also just got an axe with mending.
Oh my god.
Can you mine gold with a stone pickaxe?
Good
No.
question. I doubt it.
I just destroyed a block of gold in my first 5 minutes playing. I've sped ran this game. I feel like I'm legally required to have known that.
Legally required.
Legally
Go away.
required.
I just stop recording for a sec just to fucking fix this.
Do you ever should I not talk?
Just a second. Just a second.
All right, I'll keep all my interesting topics for when you're recording as well. Can't be hogging all the content, even though I'm probably just gonna send you this video.
That's way better. That's what I needed. Fuck. Oh yeah, no, we're
Yeah, what's
good.
up? All right, we're all Gucci in the gang.
Yeah, we're all Gucci in the game.
You ever try to do a Minecraft speedrun?
Me personally, no, but I've seen enough, and I remember that dream controversy, so like I know a little bit about it.
You gotta get that dream luck, man.
Yeah, you gotta get that dream luck. Till this day, I feel like after his controversy, he's definitely a dead set liar. Like at first, all right, I don't know. I don't know the math or anything. A lot of people are against him and stuff, but whatever, that's one thing. But then after his whole situation with those miners, like, it's obvious he's a huge liar, a very big liar.
Yeah, here's the thing I will say. I first off, not a Dream stan, not even a Dream fan. So I don't know what came over me. Me and Lily had watched the Dream's hour and a half long apology video. And here's what I will say. I think, and it's not even so much of like I think that he's a cheater, because everyone's like, oh well, he admitted he's a cheater, so of course he's a cheater. But the way that he words it, he's like, yeah, I cheated, but I didn't mean to. I personally think that he deliberately cheated. However, everything else that he was accused of, like a bunch of like really bad shit, including like those minors, I feel like he is actually legitimately innocent of, and it's if that's true, it's a shame that people attacked him so much for it. I mean,
I think
I'm not
I keep
I'm no like end all be all. If maybe I'm just defending a man for no reason, but
I,
yeah.
I don't blame you. I mean, like, I would personally say, like, if he lied about the things he did, and there's that, obviously he probably did it on purpose. I mean, like, with how he said it and went about it, like, I didn't mean to. Like, he had a decent excuse, right? If I remember correctly, it was because he was playing something before and he had the
Yeah,
numbers and things change. But even then, if you're doing a speed run and stuff, how do you forget that?
you shouldn't.
And so I don't think, truthfully enough, that it is because he also has all this other shit on him. Like, shame on you once, but no, shame on us once, whatever. And then whatever that saying goes.
Yeah, you got it.
I, but I do. Have you heard the Twitter clips of him on Snapchat?
On Snapchat. Like,
Uh,
are these audio clips?
They're Twitter clips of essentially somebody using their phone playing Snapchat clips that actively had stream on Snapchat, and they're all of women minor, like maybe 15 and up, 16 up. I don't know too much about it, but
Mm-hmm.
let me tell you, like, really fucking wild.
See, I in this day and age, the thing that sucks, and like I said, I'm kind of more playing contrarian at this point. Um, I'm always afraid of believing things like that, just because it's like it's easier than you think to fabricate stuff like that, and then you're like, well, who would do that? And it's like, well, anyone would do that to someone big enough, like, because there's no denying he's a big creator, and
You're
it's like
not wrong.
it's scary the amount of shit that people will do.
And people would probably, he's a bigger YouTuber, more made fun of. It's just way easier to attack somebody like that versus
Yup.
like take like fucking critical or I don't know, like any other YouTuber with a mad amount of respect. It's way harder to just clown on them like that.
Yeah, like I could go on here. I could be like, Dream's a pedophile, and people would be like, oh yeah, he probably is. But if I come in here and I'm like, Moist Critical's a pedophile, people are gonna be like, no, you're fucking like people are just more inclined to like bully someone that they don't like and believe horrible claims. I don't like Dream's content. I don't. I'm not like, oh, I hate this man's content. I should tell everyone he grooms kids.
That's fair. I mean, other than the evidence on him, you're making a fair point.
Yeah, I mean,
Like in
I'd have to
general,
look at the audience. I would have to look at the evidence that you're talking about, but like that's why I don't say anything definitively anymore. Because next thing you know, I could be like, so and so isn't a pedophile, and then it's like, oh, actually, they have a basement of 7-year-olds, and it's like, oh, cool, glad I defended them.
no, and that's fair. Like I don't blame you for coming to that conclusion. It's smarter than saying something because like I said before when I mentioned something else, I'm not gonna really bring it up too much, but I said
Mhm.
sometimes it's best to analyze your surroundings before making an
Yes,
initial thought. Also, where did you go?
I found a village. I have 3 stacks of bread.
What direction?
That's a good question. Um, if you press M, there's a map.
Oh,
I'm at 525 negative 210.
you said 525.
Hold on, I think I can actually set up a party. Epic.
Oh my God, you went that far up?
Did you get an invite for that?
Yeah, in the chat. How do you accept that?
So press T to like type, and then there should be an option that says accept. You can physically click it. No,
Oh,
you physically click it.
I feel very smart.
So did you do it?
Thought I did.
All right.
Did not? Oh, there you go. Did it.
Okay, now you did it. Okay, so hypothetically, I should be able to see you, but I can't. I can just teleport you to me. It doesn't matter.
I don't think it matters at the moment. If you're staying at the village for now, I'll be there soon.
Okay.
But no, like we were, like I was saying before, really, just I understand what you mean. I think it really is. It can be like that. One fucking word and just a little bit of evidence, quote unquote evidence.
Yeah.
Whatever you say. It's very easy to just witch hunt a specific creator. I mean, there is a couple examples that are probably out there. I mean, a good example I think is probably Pyrocynical. I mean, like I said, I don't know
Oh my
crazy
god,
much about
yeah.
that, but like remembering correctly and all that crap and what happened, it does make sense. You know, I mean, just like and how it happened. I mean, yes, he did weird things. He did something that's it's kind of like 50-50 on the scale of morality, but like some would argue one side or the other more, but it's also something where he didn't do technically wrong. It's more of a your opinion based thing, and how quickly people were able to accuse him, and he literally almost got like shadow banned into the fucking earth.
Yeah, it's genuinely insane.
I'm happy he made it out, honestly, because he makes crazy good content for what it's worth,
Actually,
and just
I don't think I've ever watched like a Pyrocynical video.
I think like especially his video essay videos like are like solid videos. Like I think all around they're really good videos that describe and talk about exactly what's going on. I think his recent one, and I could be wrong, is the one I remember the most is Cry of Fear, which is a really good one. I'm trying to think, maybe also, I want to say, and I could be wrong on who made this because it might have not been him.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I was focused on killing because I'm literally almost at the verge of death, but I am at the village, by the way.
Okay, awesome. If you find the cathedral, I'm in there. But continue.
Um, so I think he made.
Here,
I'll look it up right now
follow
in a
the sound.
second.
Follow the sound of the duck. Welcome.
Anyways, I'll
Feel
look it
free
up
to grab
right
bread
now.
from the chest. By the way, there's 3 stacks. So.
Alrighty.
But yeah, sorry. Please continue for the 5th time what you were about to say. So, anyways, no.
What do you call it? Pyro.
You know what? Fuck it. I have a lot of feathers, and I have flint for once. I'm actually going to legitimately make arrows. Something I've never done in Minecraft.
Yeah, he made the Half-Life 3 video, which is probably one of his best fucking videos that I've watched. It's about Half-Life 3 isn't a real thing and whatever. Oh, he just made another video called The Hidden Lore of Lethal Company. Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, he makes really like longer content, but Iron Lung, he made one about Iron Lung.
Iron Lung. I'm very excited for Iron Lung.
Yeah, he has his like videos that are like more geared towards regular stuff, and then video essays. He has Cry of Fear, which is a really good one. And then the best one in my opinion is the 4 hour long one, which is Half-Life 3, which is about a modded thing, because you know how you can get like modded workshop stuff that's like story based or whatever.
Yeah.
And somebody made these 2 really good mods that essentially puts you in the place of a combined soldier, but it's so lore friendly that it really could be a Half-Life 3 game in the sense that it just fits right in and like would make sense with just the general story.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some flaws with the first one, but it all around really good, and it looks really fun. It's something I wanted to play.
So you like, in general, you like a Half-Life guy?
I want to get an Half-Life. I think I might have bought them. I might have not.
They were on like a super sale, and I think it was like 80 cents or something. So I bought them. I was gonna ask you if you thought it was any good, because I myself have not played them.
I think all around, from watching the games, obviously not playing them, they seem like a good experience. And I think from all the hype that's been about it, it depends how you look at it. You got to look at it from the perspective of when it came out, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
To really.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's a product of its time.
Yeah, it's something that if you look back now, it's even kind of like it's a product of its time, but it's also something you could absolutely compare to some newer games. Not maybe graphics wise, but detail and like in just how some of the things coexist in the game, both in the first and second one. That would like you'd kind of point and laugh at the newer game and be like, this is newer, more money went into it, graphics are way better, but yet this still had a better story, had a better just all around detail and feeling to it and theming. But I think that's what made I think Valve such a good game. What makes Valve such a good game company all around is even though
Except
they
the
don't
fact they can't
release
count
much.
to 3.
That's sort of the truth. I mean, like they just refuse to fucking release like anything they could, and I think it's because they know when they do, it's gonna be such a huge fucking sale, and they don't wanna let down people.
Oh yeah.
Because I know Half-Life Alyx originally when that was coming out, never got a trailer. That never had a plan to have any marketing behind it. They were just gonna release it and pretend it never existed.
Which is insane to me.
Yeah, and then somebody at their marketing team were like, "Let's release a trailer for this," and then it fucking blew up. Like it was something that I've just been running around in circles.
I'm actually like, I'm trying to find a cave currently.
Yeah, I'm being so fucking useless. I'll just start building.
See, that's one of the things that's nice about doing stuff like this is, oh god, is you get used to it. Eventually, you're just like, your brain will be like, I need to play games and do stuff. That's why I think Minecraft is a good thing to start like the podcasty type of vibe with, because if we let's say we played something like CS:GO, or we played something like a horror game, like Fortnite or something, it's like there's a lot of thinking that goes into those games. Where like, I mean, granted, this is the create mod pack, so there's going to be a lot of thinking in this, but you can do things that don't require thinking.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, like right now, I actually just found a mine shaft, and I'm just mining coal and I'm mining iron right now. I'm basically so whenever I play mod pack, I'm basically like, get good at vanilla Minecraft as quick as I can. My goal is to I have a bunch of food, I have a bunch of wood, and I'm not leaving this cave until I get diamonds, basically. Which will probably be in about 15-20 minutes, if I had to guess. Unless if I fall in a hole and die. I found diamond. I don't think that was diamond. I think that was a weird, different looking blue ore. Don't pull me up. Okay. Okay, are we okay?
Yeah, no, I think what is that cat? What a creature. Is it you making all that noise, you little
Meow?
Out of my vicinity. No, I think honestly, you're right on that. It's something that I gotta get better at multitasking. I'm not very good at multitasking. It's
oh, I mean, you heard me. You heard me before. I'm also really bad at interrupting people, which I'm noticing more and more in this conversation. But feel free to literally talk over me at any point.
I try not to.
Yeah, stop talking over me. You're being rude. Anyways, I no, but sorry. See, the problem is I'll make myself laugh and then I lose all train of thought. But I'm really bad at multitasking. Like how I was messaging people before we started doing this, I literally couldn't respond to you because like all of my thought power was like respond to message.
I don't blame you for that though, honestly, because that's how my brain would be.
Oh shit! I need this resource, but I need a diamond pickaxe to mine it. But yeah, I'm kind of just like I'll have the opposite problem where instead of talking, I'll be too focused on the game, and then like I'll literally be mining, and you'll be like, "Yeah, James, what do you think about that?" And I'm like, "What?"
I have that issue sometimes, but I mainly in a game like this, if I'm focused enough on the talking, it's the exact opposite. I stop the gaming and I start running in circles like forever.
I have tried so hard to get out of that habit. Shit. Oh my god, I forgot that this game sucks at the beginning. So you don't get iron ore from smelting iron, by the way.
Oh?
You get nuggets.
Ah.
You get 3 at least.
So we have to go through create to like make an actual.
Yep. To refine it and stuff.
Oh, this is gonna hurt my head. I can already see it.
There were parts where I had to like, because I stream with music and stuff, which I'm gonna get on a sidetrack. Do you watch people like Doug?
I used to watch him a bit. I've kind of stopped in the recent time. Like I haven't watched him maybe about a year, but I like his content from when I was last watching it because it was always AI related shit, but like
Yes.
in Skyrim and like good ways. And then he would, I think he had some videos that were about games and food or something like that, or
Yeah, I
music
mean
and
that was his old stuff, like blah blah blah, but explained with food.
yeah. And I always thought that was cool. Like I liked it.
No, I got you. But he has like he has a good playlist of like copyright free music. And, like it's like stuff that you would know. Like whatchamacallit, Captain Falcon's theme, I think Guile's theme from Street Fighter is in there. The Price is Right, like correct answer thing. The music for Getting a Star in Mario Galaxy. Like he's just like a fun stream. And I want to have the stuff to do that. But my playlist is not copyright free, so I have Nightbot running in a separate program usually.
Oh, when I record with OBS, I mean live streaming's a bit different. But if I record in OBS, I'm able to just put it as a separate track. Thank the fucking god.
Yeah, yeah, you can put it as a separate track, especially with Voice Meter, which is really nice. But the thing is, because I was watching Doug streams, and I'm like, his music really is like part of the stream. So I want to just go through the extra trouble to find copyright music and just no longer make it a separate track. Like integrate, because really music is a lot of the feel, and I feel like I lied to you a little bit, and others, where I'm like I really like music and stuff. The thing is, like, I really do like music and stuff, but I just don't think it clicks the same for me as it does with other people. And then I see people resonate with music more, and I'm like, that's the link, that's the connection that people have, and it's amazing to me how much connection people can have with music, because I get that with things, but I don't think I get it as much as, like, let's say you do, like, let's say a connection to music, because you're pretty musically inclined person.
One, two, three. I wouldn't say, but not say. Maybe yeah, maybe
Well,
not.
musically inclined, at least in the terms of listening. I would consider you musically gifted in the ear department.
Thank you.
I mean, you like a lot of things that I do, if I remember right. Except that
One, two,
rap
three.
crap. No, I'm kidding. But
Which is something that I grew to like for weird reasons that I think it was. Let's put it like this, and I kind of express this. This might get a little personal.
up to you how personal you want to go, dude. I'll talk about all my fucking tragedies.
I went through a weird patch in my life, which is what kind of started. It was part of the start of it. I mean, not all of the rap I was listening to was related to darker tones and scenarios, and now I'll go back to those, listening to them in a very different limelight of like, oh, I like this because it's music and it's dope.
Mhm.
Not relating to it in a sort of way. There's songs I'll relate to that aren't that are rap, but they're not necessarily darker toned.
I understand what you're
And
saying.
I want to say my music has changed since then, because music says a lot about a person. It says a lot about how somebody is, and I've even made comments to Vanny about her music, and she low key kind of took it to heart.
In a good way?
50-50, I think,
Okay.
because I said a lot of her music was definitely a fantasy sexual theme.
You know, I can see it.
Yeah, that's just how she is, though, and like I think everybody has that. I mean, if you're a
if that's the music you listen to, so what?
carefree type of person, shows like a good example is, uh, you know, Tyler. He's nonchalant, he's very calm. You can tell that.
Yeah, Tyler's a very cool dude. I feel like this might be a really weird side note. I feel like Tyler doesn't like me in like a weird way. Like I feel like I just can't match his energy. But
Uh,
I love Tyler so much. But I think it's just
he,
because he's such like a calm guy. I'm like, he's not excited about everything I say. He hates me. Like,
yes, he's very like, he'll, if you find the right funny bone, he's a very like let's put it like this: he's a really like messed up individual. Like he's somebody who laughs at really dark stuff.
I'm just now realizing really quick that there is like a not zero chance that Ty will hear this conversation. In which case, hi, buddy. Hope we're friends. But
And it's fine. I mean, you're speaking truthfully. It's how you feel. But no, he probably, I'd say like this. He doesn't hate. Like, there's a lot of people that'll think that because he's very like enclosed into himself about
sorry,
things.
the way you were wording that, I thought you would say he doesn't hate you, but like
No, no, no.
no, continue. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you.
He's no, you're good. He's just, how do I put it? He's very enclosed about things he does, and there's only really many people he really talks to or does stuff with, and
Yeah,
that's really me and Vanny. We're his like two people.
you guys are his
That
peas in a pod. I got you.
yes, I mean I grew up with him for God's sake. He used to bring me trick or treating as a kid.
like,
So like,
oh, that's nice. Yeah, I mean, like, what? I've known him for a month, 2 months, maybe. I guess I can't jump the gun. Well, I guess I've known him longer because I've been in the server, but you know what I mean.
No, I know what you mean. He's not somebody who talks a lot. I mean, when he does, it's usually a funny thing or he has something to say. He's not usually somebody to. He's more of a listener than a talker, and that's something that, especially with him, you might just realize as you talk to him or just in general. He's not like, because you're not the first person to like have said that in a way. Like, no, he doesn't hate.
Yeah, I don't mean it in a negative way towards him.
He's
by the way,
antisocial is the term I'm going to use, but way more than most people would be. But not in a bad way.
Yeah, he's
it's
a
just
loser is the term that I would use. No. Tyler, I really, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry. I'm like actually genuinely sorry. Like, punch me next time you see me or something.
And it's how it is, and I love him to death. But he, like I said, he's definitely a more antisocial. He's not somebody who just affixes to somebody.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I mean, how do I put it? Like, I don't think, I don't know, like, cause like he's somebody who will just kind of like read somebody and then be like, I don't know if I fuck with that, or I'm like, it's all right, like he's definitely somebody who like will look at you and he'll, for what you like in that moment. First impressions didn't matter in a weird way. Like if he doesn't fuck with you, he doesn't fuck with you, and he gets an off feeling. But I think if he did, it's something that would have been mentioned. And truthfully, I'd be honest with you because I respect you. And he's never mentioned it, nor do I think he has entirely a care. I mean, he just does him.
Yeah, he's him and I'm me. We're just people.
He does himself. He's fine with whatever, and so I don't, like I said, he's antisocial. He's not somebody like, definitely if like you and him were left in like a VC, I don't know how long he'd stay there. That's just how he is though. He's antisocial.
Yeah, it's not anything I'm doing. It's just that's how he is.
You might be able to relate it almost to, or at least from my perspective, obviously you're really good friends with her and Lily in a way, and how they're both kind of antisocial.
That's absolutely fair.
But anyways, getting off of that topic.
God fucking damn it, dude.
God, Shady, how dare you?
I was so focused on the conversation.
No, you're good. Honestly, I'll probably bleep out the names just for personal reasons. Probably shouldn't talk too much about personal life. That's probably a smart one.
Oops.
To think about. No, you're good. Like, what are we gonna do?
Dude. Honestly, I'm gonna be 100% real. I'm just so used to doing it. Like just talking about people and stuff. Like I've had my friends like accidentally dox like where I went to like middle school and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I don't care anymore. I mean, here's the thing. I think at the very least, if you're talking positively about them, and I think that was overall a positive thing. I feel like it's fair game, if that makes sense. But like if I was like, hey, here's the time that Lily, and this is a fake fabricated story. Here's the time that Lily brought a bomb into her middle school. I would probably censor her name.
That's fair.
Probably like my friend Lima Bean.
Yeah, like I get that. Yeah, you're.
I mean, if you want to censor it, go ahead. I'm too lazy to do that, but. And also
You're
this
good.
goes without saying. If I ever uploaded something and someone else is like, "Take my fucking name out of it," I'd be like, "Yeah, okay."
That's fair.
I'm very passive with things like that because I definitely do not have the same like privacy thoughts as other people.
That's definitely fair because I can be quite an open book sometimes. It's 50-50. It depends on like my mood. I have to like think about it at first, and then I'm like, I don't know if this is a thought I should have. Are you by a bed?
I think you can just sleep. I think yeah.
Oh, that's a mod that is beautiful.
It's a mod that's literally such a popular mod that it's a game mechanic now. Like,
Jenny.
hi.
What's up? Join
Yeah,
our podcast for a bit.
welcome to the podcast.
The mind,
fuck,
the
I am
mind.
so sorry.
No, you're good. The mind cost.
Yeah, we were just talking about you actually. Oh, I think you have a good introspective on this. Because you're are you still here?
If you're recording, I'll hop out.
No,
That's my bad.
No, you could be here. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Unless you don't want to be here. I don't care.
Nah, as long as you're cool with it, then I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. Anyways, get the fuck out. No. But whatchamacallit, in terms of like talking about people, because we were just talking a story. I mean, I guess I can say the name. Here's another one for you to bleep. We were talking about Ty. And we were talking in what I would say is like pretty much all positive light, but about like censoring names and stuff. Because I'm in the streamer mindset, you know me. I'll be like, "Oh yeah, Lily shat herself at work today," and I'll just be like, "Yeah, that was Lily." But I don't know. What's your input on the potential censoring of people's names?
It really depends on the story and like how personal it is, and like whether or not that's something they'd want you to share.
No, that's fair. Like I think like I was saying, I feel like if it's a mostly positive thing, it's I feel like it's a safe bet that it's fair game. But at the same time, if I were to upload something, let's say I uploaded something and you didn't want me to tell you about the time you shat yourself 48 times at at like a quickie mart, you would tell me, be like, "Hey, don't fucking upload that," and then I would like rescind it.
I mean, listen.
Also,
if
side
you're
note, I got
on
my stuff
stream,
back, but continue.
If you're on stream talking about that time I tried to recreate the greatest freak out ever and got in trouble for it, that's just funny. If you're talking about like how I'm about to lose my kids and like the most extensive divorce ever. And,
Yeah,
like,
maybe I'll give you
details.
yeah, or at the very least, if I were to tell a story, I'd be like, "Oh, my friend Lilac is like going through this whole thing."
Yeah, like I said, it really just depends.
Yeah, no, I totally got you. I was just wondering because you're in here. I'm like, I'm gonna find a way to get you to talk. I really didn't give a fuck about your opinion, but I figured. No,
immediately.
no, wait, I'm sorry.
He was all joking.
It's
just
all
a big gamer joke.
It's all gaffs and goofs.
Yeah,
See-
all tomfoolery.
See, I don't know what it is, but like it's like whenever we record stuff. Well, I mean, I guess I can't say whenever. You and me haven't recorded enough for me to say whenever. You pick up on my mannerisms, but whenever I record something as like a funny haha video, I'm like I'm like all gaffs and goofs, and I'm like, aha, let me like make up fake stuff. Let me say stuff. Although I will say most of the stories I say in videos are real, if not all of them. But when I'm in a podcast like type beat, I'm like, let me talk about every time I got sad and be like genuinely serious. And I don't know what it is that podcasts make me do that. Fuck. Okay, continue.
It's because podcasts are like you just open your soul out. Like really, the best thing to do in a podcast is
it's just good content.
Just talk. It's just talk. Yeah. Well, because anything really, a podcast isn't just it isn't advertising to be funny. It isn't advertising to be this or that unless you purposely do it, whether that be through name or actual marketing.
Yeah,
The
some
whole
people
point
do
of
a character
is,
or things like that.
Yeah, but the whole point of a podcast is to talk, So I don't think necessarily it's like I don't know. good or bad or I think it's what works. I think it makes sense, and I think I don't know, like trying to come up with a better thought than I think, but I think might just be the final thought.
No, that's fair. See, one thing, another thing. Speaking of podcasts, that's like cool is like let's say a lot of people like starting podcasts with like childhood friends and stuff like that, right? But
Mhm.
the downside in quotations of that is like let's say you go to tell a story about like the time you got mugged by an ice cream man when you were 7. Odds are, I, I probably already know that story. So
Yeah.
you like feel, but like I don't, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, but I don't know you that well, Ted. So there's a lot of stories that you can tell me for the first time as you're telling the podcast, and I can do the same for you.
I'm trying to think of a. Oh, I could tell my April Fool's story.
Oh no! Did you find out you were adopted?
Oh my God, imagine. My mom would have wished I was adopted after this one.
Oh no!
So I had this issue when I was younger that like I would just adventure off. I don't know what it was. Like I just had this instinct for adventure. Anyways, this was the second time. Actually, you know what? No. Let me start at the start since
Okay.
this is a podcast. Not cutting straight to stories. So I had this issue. There was two accounts of this. A third time, and I would have literally been in foster care.
Okay.
I ran away from home. Now it
Nice.
wasn't in a bad instinctive way. Like I didn't hate where I lived. The first time was literally because I had to stay at my grandparents' house because at the time we weren't living together. Now I live with them. Whatever, yada yada yada. Um, I had to stay there because I don't know what my mom was doing. I guess because back then she was in nursing school or was a
Crack.
nurse.
Sorry.
What the hell? Uh, fucking. So I was at their house and I was worried about my dogs being fed. Like I was so worried and cautious about my two. They were like golden labs. They were sweet dogs. I love them to death. It's unfortunate. Lost them. I don't know how long ago, but I do remember.
Oh man, sorry.
It happens. It's what are you gonna do? It was gonna happen at some point. It's one of those things. Um, but I was like, all right. So I put dog food and stuff, and I told my grandfather to make me mac and cheese. And while he was doing that, I literally just snuck the fuck out, and then I started walking, and then the cops were looking for me, and a lady picked me up. I guess knowing about it or something. I don't know. Either way, I was walking on the side of the road just towards my house instinctively, just like, hey, I'm gonna go there and feed my dogs because I'm afraid nobody else will. And then I got picked up, and that's the end of that story. The second time was way more stupid. There was really no reason. I was with my dogs outside my house, and we had at the time we were living in like a more wooded area, and there wasn't really houses close by. One direction was houses, the other direction was straight up woods. Um, so I decided with my dogs, I started walking, and then I just kept walking and walking, and I have this vivid memory of specifically being at a horse farm. I walked so far, I ended up at a horse farm and staring a horse in the face, like literally like 5 feet away. Like it was, which is kind of dangerous to think about it,
Yes.
because they could have kicked me and just fucking killed me right then and there. But I was a child and I was pretty stupid, so of course I didn't think a second thought about it, and I was like, cool, a horse. Anyways, apparently, from my mom's perspective, everybody, a police helicopter was looking for me. They had the fire department and regular cops there. They're all praying for me to come back. And then finally, whatever I did. Oh, side note, I have to mention this for some reason. I feel like it bring the funny factor. I remember having a Ben 10 backpack on.
Sorry, have to give you the funny factor.
Yeah, I feel like that's something, some weird detail I just noted in my head. So I got home and I walked out of the woods, and mind you, at some point my dogs left me to come back because apparently they were smarter than me. Either way, whatever. I come home and I go, "Mommy, April Fools," and then
How well did
you
she
can
take that?
you can ask family members when they left. They proceeded to hear me screaming, "No, mommy knows." I got my ass beat. That was the last time. So yeah, that's my April Fool's story.
That's pretty funny. That was a pretty good prank.
It was until I got beat. Fucking, oh god, it was so bad.
No, mommy, no.
Mommy, April Fool. I'm fucking crying.
I don't know what was in, like, I did some of the weirdest shit as a kid, and there's stuff like at the time I was bold, like I'm not a bold person, and then I'll do something so fucking bold, like at the time it didn't seem bold, and then I look back and I go, Ted, that was the most bold thing you could have done in your fucking life. Why did you have the urge to do that? Like, there is a couple times. I'm trying to think of a couple. It's hard because I don't know if this is the same issue with you guys, but you ever, like, you'll remember shit, right? Yeah, but there's some
No.
things you don't remember. But
So
sorry,
let me tell you, I never have the issue that I remember shit.
the exact opposite of remembering or
Yeah, whatever that's called, I forget.
forgetting, schizophrenia.
I think the opposite of remembering something is schizophrenia.
No.
Ted,
really
that might
is,
have been the smartest thing I've ever heard anyone say.
All right, would you want to hear the technical term? Forgettable or no, that's what you call somebody when they. All right, yeah, I don't know. Honestly,
That's what we'll call you after this conversation.
Oh, don't make me cry. I'm fragile.
My bad.
I'll have times where I'll remember something, or like I remember the feeling, but not necessarily the moment. So then I'll like argue with somebody, and they'll be like, name several times. I'll be like, I don't necessarily remember them, but I know you did it because I felt that way in that moment and like thought
Yeah, and
about
then
it.
people think that you're like stupid for that, and it's like, no, dude, like I know how I felt.
And I know that what you were doing was, like whether it be hypocritical or whatever the general gist is.
Mm-hmm. So,
you go first.
Oh no, I'm cutting you off.
I had nothing to say.
Okay, all right, shut up then. So my more important story, is that I love you. Please don't deal with my bullshit because I will keep doing it.
I'm very nice.
That is like no one nice ever says that. I am very nice. I'm like I just talked to like the third grade special ed classroom and they gain sentience collectively. I am very nice. Whatever, man. Go eat a fucking can. But anyways, one thing that you'll come to know about me, Ted, is I don't have the best memory in the world. I'll probably get into it more at some point. But long story short, I have had a lot of concussions. And when I say a lot of concussions, I mean a lot of concussions. Mostly thanks to Lily, but no, no. I think 0 of them are thanks to Lily, but who knows? I don't remember. So,
Fair point.
But yeah, so I have a very hard time remembering things. So I guarantee you, there's something that you will tell me that like you could tell me like a really big thing this week, and then 2 weeks later you could like mention it, and I could be like, oh my god, I never knew that happened. And I promise it's not because I'm not listening. But I'm also not listening.
I have a similar issue where I have really bad selective hearing, like incredibly bad, like uncontrollable bad. Like if I'm not wanting to pay attention in some way, whether that's because there's something else going on in my head that just deems itself a priority without question for some reason, my brain won't remember. And I remember the weirdest, most vague ass shit ever. I want to say, I forget what it was. We were talking about a game, and we were talking about specifically why a certain item was placed the way it was, because we'd logged back onto something like Minecraft or like something similar to that, in the sense that a server, come back to, and why it was like that. And I literally, for some reason, remembered specifically why, and specifically every reason that led up to it. but not and nothing else. Just that. Like I knew why that happened, but I forgot everything else.
So what was the reason? I'm kidding.
Fuck, I forget. I think because for some reason, and this is something like almost like I had the same thing with numbers, almost like except you were I think better to some extent with them, which is that I
I'm like
remember.
autistically good at numbers, so that's not a fair comparison.
All right, listen. All right, I forgot we figured this out. I don't have the tism. I'm just kind of special edish, so it's okay.
I think I
Special tedish.
special
Sorry.
I think I told you this. My Twitch chat has like I'm being completely like genuine when I say this. My Twitch chat has genuinely gaslit me into firmly believing that I have autism. It is something that I just legitimately believe and accept as true fact.
Have you ever gotten like diagnosed or thought about it?
So I have I think about it every day, Ted. I I so I have ADHD, right? Which was fun to get diagnosed with ADHD back in the day, because they're like, yeah, your child's borderline retarded, and I guess it explains me. I don't know if I can use that word. I'm using it medically, but if you need to bleep that out, go for it. I medically deficiently smart. Like I'm saying the medical term, but do with that what you will. But whatchamacallit, so that's where I was like labeled, and I was put in like special ed classes and stuff, and they're like, yeah, it turns out you're not autistic. So that was like a major part of my life. And then I start streaming, and I start talking to people and stuff, and they're like, yeah, you're autistic. And I'm like, all right, back to square one, buddy. I'll just believe it. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll put it to you this way: even if I was, I don't care. It doesn't change who I am. It's not going to be like, I'm autistic, I need to like log in, suddenly start acting like that. If I'm autistic, that's just me, I guess.
Yeah, I've had like I wouldn't say similar. I was never truly diagnosed. Like the school told me I had an attention issue, but slowly but surely I grew out of that. Now
Hmm.
I think truly I do. I just kind of grew out of it after just training my brain to focus. But I do have times where I have a slight issue with focusing, and it's usually when I'm alone or I'm like editing is a good example. If it's anything that requires a bit of patience, I tend to lose my fucking mind, but I try so hard to like hold on and keep going. I'm surprised I can edit an hour-long video, but I have to like do it in little spurts. Like I definitely can't stick onto it, but I was always put in the small classes, and then I got into high school and they put me in bigger classes because they were like, "You're fine now." So I don't
Yeah,
know
they
if
just
that
kind of decide you're fine one day. They're like, actually,
yeah.
whatever.
Hey, your fate, you are now a part of the regular the fuck. I was trying to make a stupid Harry Potter joke. Or the regular wizards.
Instead of wizard blood, they just test you for autism. But so I have a point of contention with your story, and I'm curious to see where you will go, because I feel very strongly in one direction. Um, so we were talking about autism, and you were mentioning focus and paying attention and stuff like that. Now, do you think that's a thing of autism? Do you think that's a thing of like ADD, ADHD, or do you think they're the same thing?
Well, something I learned in like psychology is that every one of like a lot of the whatever you want to call it, mental whatever term you want to use,
Mm-hmm.
like ADHD, like that, borderline personality disorder, yada yada yada. A lot of them have overlapping symptoms, and you'll be surprised that a lot of them have a focusing issue.
Okay.
So it's not just to say that it's one specific thing. Now, for some people it may. For some people it might be multiple things. Depression has focusing issues, but there's also evidence to prove that even though yes, usually ADHD is associated with the lack of focus, there's tendencies for if you are invested enough and you have ADHD, you have the exact opposite. You have hyperfixation, hyperfocus, where you become so invested and interested you almost gain all the information possible, and then when given the opportunity, you will info dump. which is you just sitting there. And I knew a lot about this, not even because of that. I had a lot of friends who, and I have this slight thing that I'll always say is that I will never self-diagnose. I will say I might do, or I may be, or I'll make jokes, but I'll never truly be like, I am definitely this. Sometimes I'll be like, yeah, I'm definitely, but it's not like a true thing because I always believe that going to the doctors and getting it like through therapy is probably a better way because it's like you know you don't have the research, you don't have the studies. I mean, it's understandable if you don't have the money and you want to figure out your issues. It's fair. It happens to everybody, but you don't know. There's a lot of things and a lot of symptoms and problems overlap, and sometimes it's not even just a necessarily a fucking you issue. Sometimes it's just life and what it's put you through, and so your brain is wired a certain way, or your brain doesn't have the right nootropics or fucking probiotics. Sorry, I almost said antibiotics. Like there's certain things if your brain doesn't get or your body doesn't get, you will become more forgetful or feel shittier or just have less focus just because your body's not getting its needs. So my answer to a lot of the focusing and issues like that is that it's multiple things that can cause it, I would say. I mean, obviously some people may have a direct issue and may have a direct reason. But I would definitely say it could be multiple reasons. I'm not gonna and I'm not a super smart guy. I'm not gonna sit there and go, you definitely have this. I mean, I'll joke, I could joke. I try not to I try to not, sit there and, at least from my understanding, and this leads into another conversation because it made me think about it. If I'm ever a hypocrite, fucking crucify me. I hate being a hypocrite. It's the worst feeling ever.
Same.
Especially when you don't know and then you're proven wrong. It's just such a gut wrenching feeling.
You're like, oh fuck, I did do that. No, here's the thing though. I will, and I hate that this is like it's my toxic trait. But I will realize that I'm wrong, and I'll be so embarrassed about it that I'll just be like, no.
That's understandable though. Some people are just like that, and that happens. That's fair. Especially when you feel so sure about something, it's fair, and that's a believable reason. I mean, I used to be so self-critical though, because of shit like that, because of just being that way and just other reasons in my life that I was almost too harsh on myself, and I tried too hard to fit my feet in other people's shoes when sometimes I had reasons to do it under my perspective, and I was so focused on other people's perspective, I never got to look at my own, which sounds weird in a way, but
No, that makes perfect sense. Well, that sentence makes sense.
Yeah, it's kind of what I had an issue for a while with, but as I've gotten older, I'm way better at not feeling like a shitty person for doing something as simple as arguing why I feel right or if that's an accurate point. And I used to be way more angry at people all around. So I feel like arguments and jokes or certain simple things like that would just get to me 10 times more.
No, they wouldn't.
I used to be really.
Sorry, the sharp inhale that you took after I did that, I was like, oh no.
Because I started laughing at it.
Okay, good.
Trying to get me started.
I think that would have been legitimately really funny if after that long, insightful thing, I said, no, you didn't, and you actually got mad. I would have had to laugh.
I've gotten way better at that, which is weird. Honestly, my one, I do have my moments where I get pissy for no reason, but I've gotten way better at, just being like, whatever.
Oh, I mean, same, but I think those are just, human emotions when you really get down to it.
Oh, absolutely.
You just get pissed.
It's just how it is, though. I mean, it's natural. What are you gonna do?
You know what I'm gonna do?
Shoot yourself.
I'm gonna get really upset that I haven't found diamonds yet.
I don't blame you. I'm building a house as we speak, by the way.
Thank God. Yeah, I vaguely saw it when I died.
I'm trying to go based off of I'm trying not to look at a video for builds because I struggle building sometimes, and I'm trying to just increase my building skill by remembering what they did and just taking notes on what they did and being like, that's the smart way. Wait a minute, is Lily still here?
Yeah, she's just silent.
Yeah, I'm just doing stuff on my own. I can head out if that's.
No,
No,
I
you're
honestly,
welcome here.
I wanted to get you part in the conversation, honestly, because I was like, wait, is she still here? Because I got so focused.
No,
Alright.
I think we're just talking a lot. Lily is you know the thing. Do you know the thing that we were saying about Ty?
Yeah, no,
That's Lily. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I understand what you mean by that.
Yeah, and we won't tell her what it is, just so she feels self-conscious about it. But just know that she fits those shoes.
You know,
Wasn't that actually like the example you said to me? I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
yeah.
You mean sexy and homophobic? You got that right.
Being the ultimate homophobic.
Homophobic? Who says I'm afraid?
This question. I looked him straight in the face and tried to kill him.
That was loud. Oh god.
I was just about to ask. All right, if you had to pick between the original Gen 1 Pokemon starters, what are you picking?
Listen. I will say, I know my answer is as basic as it gets. I'll still defend it with my life. It's fucking Charmander. And there's not even another correct answer.
I'm gonna agree with you. I think Charmander
That's what I
is
thought.
it.
Hi, Ted.
Hello. You have full iron.
I do, which, by the way, costed like 3 stacks of iron to actually make.
Oh my fucking god. This makes you not want to lose it? Okay.
Well, 24, 48. So a full set of iron armor costs 72, like, iron ore to, like,
Jesus.
Yeah.
Actually, can we sleep through this? Maybe that will help with the situation.
Yes, it's a thunderstorm, so you can absolutely sleep. Let me find a bed. But yeah.
Because I'm almost... Sorry, you keep going.
What were we talking about, actually?
I don't know. Something... Oh, Pokemon starters.
Oh, Pokemon, yeah, it's Charmander. See, I have a really, like... Speaking of specific things that you remember, I have a fake memory, and I know that it's fake. And if you know Pokemon, you'll pick up really quickly. The first shiny Pokemon that, and like I said, this is a fake memory, but like I remember it as if it was real. The first shiny Pokemon that I ever got was in Gen 1, and it was my starter Charmander. And I said that shit like it was the truth, like it was gospel. I don't know if you know this, but shinies don't exist in Gen 1.
No, I did not. So
Yeah,
that's
they
very
literally,
fair that.
Technically speaking, they do exist, and that's if they have incredibly certain stats. And then you transfer them from Gen 1 to Gen 2, they can be shiny.
Oh.
But functionally, like I remember getting it, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's like a lighter color. It's like goldeny." And I remember the color correctly and everything, but it's just not real.
That's very interesting. It sounds like your brain gaslit itself.
Yes.
But back to getting Lily. What's your opinion on Gen 1?
Gen 1? Like
Yeah,
just the...
Well, Gen 1 starter.
Yeah, I should have been more specific about that.
Which one I like the most?
Yeah, you like Squirty Doo, you like Bubble Man, or you like Liz?
That's hard because when I was younger, I fucking loved Squirtle. But, I mean... Yeah, I'm gonna say Squirtle, actually, because of that.
Okay, so, like, the wrong choice. That's okay. We're still 2 for 3. That's all right. Yeah, there's a reason you're only a guest here.
Oh.
No, I want to be higher up on the podcast hierarchy.
I'm officially a guest now for the rest of the episode. You can have with guest Shady Plague and then be like, "Oh, he was funny. We kept him on."
every week. No, what was I gonna say before? Oh yeah, I used to be a Bulbasaur guy.
Ugh.
Then I and then I was like, Charmander is just cooler.
Look,
so I was like,
look, Squirtle is a better decision than Bulbasaur.
A lot of people say that too, which is what's even funnier because I was watching a video on this.
I'm bulbophobic.
I don't blame you. I mean, there's a bulb on the man. Like, listen, believe me, I love a good ball from one guy to another, but
Oh,
that's
same.
not the ball I want. You said that's so sensual. Oh my god.
I started mouthing at the foam. I started foaming at the mouth.
Mouthing at the foam?
I'm very fucking tired.
Bro, be mouthing at the foam. Oh, also, did you ever save cobblestone you had? Please tell me you did.
No.
Oh, fuck.
I don't think I even got cobblestone.
We need cobble for this build. Because, well, this down below is going to be like the farm. It's up above. That's going to be like the main spot.
Alright, let me fucking rip a hole through the center of the earth really quick. Are we gonna have a basement of any kind? Because if so, I'll literally just dig down.
We could if you want.
Sure, why not?
That's up to you, but just remember there is going to be kind of a farm, so...
Alright, how about this? You pick where I can dig down. It doesn't even have to be in the house. It could be like, you know, like how houses, they'll have like, you have to go outside, you have to go out back, and then there's the double
You have
door.
dirt?
I guess I wasn't talking about anything. Let me
No,
go see if I have dirt.
I'm sorry. See, my brain literally like...
Here,
selected-
you know what? I can disrespect you. You know why? You know why?
No,
I have,
no.
I have one.
Oh, okay,
I
I'm
literally
sorry.
no.
I know
Listen.
what you're saying, I'm sorry.
One thing that you will come to notice about me is I will do that all the time. I legitimately do not care. I interrupt people all the time. I would be a massive hypocrite if I cared even a single time.
I know, but I always feel bad.
I don't.
Because I'm just...
I don't give a shit.
Sorry, you were saying the one outside the back. I mean...
Just tell me where I can dig down is the short of it.
Fuck.
If it's nowhere in the house, then it's nowhere in the house, and I'll just build a fucking big square somewhere.
You can... Smart idea. I'm realizing this. If you want to, instead, how we'll do it is if you... This will change up the style. I don't have an axe.
I do.
I'm gonna take one side, cut this down, and then it's gonna go in like a mine shaft, but it's gonna go in this way.
What, like these?
Yeah, and the stairs can go down and start it. We'll use wood stairs or
Okay.
whatever stairs you want.
Now, do you want me to start like here, have the stairs be there, or what do you want?
No. In this direction right here, like going straight down this way.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm gonna have this go straight up this way, but I'm gonna push it back one, and then that should come together a bit more. I think. I don't know. I think I'm smart. I think you know. I think
It's an
mafia boss.
It's an efficient thought.
Efficiency. You ever heard of the Krat brothers?
The Krat brothers. I don't think so.
They used to play like on PBS.
PBS Kids, like
somewhere that area. They used to have this weird, creepy looking lemur mascot that was small and looked like a lemur, but also looked disturbingly not. Like, it looks really creepy.
Very
looking.
interesting way to describe a lemur.
Wait, Zaboomafoo? Is that what it is?
Oh my god, yes, Zaboomafoo,
Oh,
that's a real name.
Yeah, I know Zaboomafoo.
But the Krat brothers are the people who had it. I'm so sorry. My brain thought... I thought I was so intelligent for that thought. I'm not.
You were not intelligent. I'm sorry.
That was not an intelligent thought. But at least somebody got what I meant. But am I wrong about the lemur?
Are you talking about Zaboomafoo?
Yeah.
Was Zaboomafoo a lemur?
That was the name of the mascot. Yeah, it was absolutely a fucking lemur. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Well, what animal was Zaboomafoo?
It was definitely some kind of lemur. I think it was a ringtail.
Nerd. Nothing is better than asking someone for information and then immediately making fun of them about it.
Yeah, no, it looks disgustingly like... Wait, what? Wait, the lemur was real?
Yeah.
No, so like the lore was that
Oh.
it was like a non-sentient lemur, and then the Krat brothers would feed it something, and it would become the puppet.
I was gonna gaslight.
That's definitely the puppet.
No, he's
I'll
real.
just send like a... I'll just send a general screenshot of it, cause like, just to refresh memories. I'll just send it in general of this chat.
Like general in this chat.
Oh,
Haha,
but
poopy.
the lemur that did do it died. Apparently, he did die.
Yeah, wait,
Rip-
wait. So
rip
there
to
was
my
a real
homies.
lemur then.
Yeah, well, like, if you weren't, sorry, if you weren't listening to her, you would have known,
I don't listen to people.
that, technically speaking, it was a real lemur until, it would eat a food, and then that food would cause the lemur to instinctively become a sentient lemur.
Instinctively.
I think what we call this is something along the lines of methamphetamine or PCP.
Okay, I'm with you.
My theory is that actually, you know what? Scratch that.
Darn.
I want to ask, like, how do I express this?
What's the hardest drug you've ever done, and why is it PCV?
Cause it makes you very smart.
I'll make you wait like mod.
Very smart.
Makes my brain go half fast till it hurt.
Alright, I'm not gonna put more work on you, but I'm definitely gonna put more work on you.
Okay, what's up?
You make the mind a three-way, so it matches with the house. I don't mind once you hit this point, obviously, that it's any other fucking direction.
Oh yeah, I don't fucking care. I can do that.
And then that will allow for up here to change this up a bit.
I have a bunch of fucking cobble by the way now.
I also need torches. You need lighting. That's a very...
Check how much coal is in the chest. I brought a bunch home.
Oh. Jesus. Did...
Here, and here. That's what I have so far.
Oh.
One thing that you can ask literally anyone that plays Minecraft with me. I'm very efficient when it comes to Minecraft. I
don't blame you.
I actually got in trouble with Well, I might have told you this story. It's who you think it is, if I haven't. But I got in trouble with one of my exes because they wanted to do everything at the same time, and they took like 15 seconds to like log in. And I took the time. I was like, okay, I'll just get resources really quick. So like I had like sticks and like stone tools and stuff in like the 15 seconds it took for them to log in, and they got legitimately really pissy with me.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I didn't wait for them to do something that takes literally 10 seconds. I understand. Like, listen, I understand if like if me and Ted were to like fight the Ender Dragon together, like yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't personally care. But if you're like, hey James, I want to do it together, I'll be like, okay. But or if you're like, hey James, I beat the Ender Dragon while you were gone, I'll be like, okay. But
and that's something that I will admit that I low key get annoyed with. It's not in a bad way. It's because I'm so used to anytime I played a survival game, and this especially was an Ark.
oh god, yeah, when
Um,
people would do shit in Ark without me, I'd actually get so mad.
Well, I used to be the person though, because I used to play with somebody who really didn't know how to play as well, and I used to play for hours on end, and I was just the more competent gamer in that sense for the time being. So I taught him everything. But it came to a point where he started doing everything on his own because we made a server for it. Like I bought an actual server, and I actually got a little annoyed because I was like, I like doing these things, and now you're doing everything. I also didn't have the time because at that time I was literally almost constantly working OT at not gonna mention the name.
That big store.
Yeah, the very cool and funny store. I need help right now mentally. I need you to.
What's up?
I need some imagery here. So
Yeah, here, let me come up. I'm just digging a staircase straight down, so I am not doing anything mental right now.
So where should I build the? I'm thinking about it. Yeah. I'm gonna ask you.
Give me like 5 seconds. I promise I'll be helping you. I'm just getting us beds.
No, that's fair. I don't blame you. I actually have one. Don't worry about me.
Oh, okay, you have one? Okay. Oh my god, he went to bed. We're awake. It's the morning. Ohio
Time
gozaimasu.
for school. Oh my god. Should I have the
Oh my
entrance
god.
ready?
Okay, so hold on. Let me set the scene. So this is currently the only staircase, right? Yeah.
Yes. Mind you, a lot of this stuff, like a lot of the outside interior is gonna be covered with stone brick
Stone brick. Okay.
and that, and then we're gonna come up here and it's gonna be like this.
Wait, what'd you do with all my iron?
Oh, sorry, my bad. I took it out and then I held it in my inventory hostage.
Okay.
Here.
Damn, that's all I made.
I did have more. I had 13 crushed iron ore, if that matters, and the effect of it. I also was low-key lazy because I had another furnace.
It
I
does,
didn't
but like
realize.
fucking barely. Okay, bro, I was literally, I was just making you, I was just making you furnaces so you could smelt more stone brick. There you go. Go nuts. Okay. Now I have full iron armor. But yeah, I don't really get annoyed anymore. I used to, and I'll admit there's like a small I feel childish part of me that like gets irked when people do big things in a game without me. But at the same, I've learned to just not really care that much.
That's fair. I don't blame you on that.
Like if people are doing literally everything without me, then whatever. And it also depends on the type of game. Like I actually just started getting into it. I'm playing DayZ with a lot of my friends, but I don't have the availability. So they raid people without me. You know, they do stuff like that, but like they have to. Like that is, I don't know if you've ever played DayZ. It's like a very like, first off, your stuff is always there. You know, like you can get raided at any
Yeah.
point, so you have to like constantly be on the attack. You kind of can't wait for people.
No, no, no. I know you mean.
But I feel really
Do
bad
you?
actually. I've only played that game with them once so far.
Do we have one iron ingot? I know how you feel also about like playing games with people and.
So we don't. I don't think we have one iron ingot, but I do have some crushed iron ore. That you can here. Let me give you. Let me give you that to smelt, and I'll even give you a furnace. Um.
Nice, another furnace.
Yep. So 3 of those. I still have 2 more in my inventory. I just didn't know where to put them. Fuck this sink. I'm breaking it. Okay. Okay. But yeah. Synopsis is, I still internally like. So it's kind of like one of those things which like I'll get upset. I'll get upset, but I'm like I know this is wrong for me to get upset, so I don't actually care. If that makes any sense.
No, that's fair.
Okay. One thing that we're going to need a shit ton of, so keep any. And I only know this because I know that I just lagged really badly. Um. We are going to need andesite. So much. Literally, without exaggeration, millions.
Oh yeah, cause create. Yeah, I've played a bit of create, so I know, and I've made a working elevator, which took many headaches.
Oh, dude, let me tell you, I fucking love working with stuff like that. My little autism brain goes nuts for shit like that.
It's wired for it.
It
That's what
is.
I'm hearing.
I listen. I'm wired. I'm wired for coding and putting mechanical things together that make sense. And when I say coding, I mean asking ChatGPT to code for me, but otherwise coding.
I mean, it already speaks the language, so I don't blame you.
Listen, I am lazy. If I can, if trust me, if I can get ChatGPT to do it instead of me, I do it.
Once again, I don't blame you though. I mean, like,
Oh, okay.
who would? Who would blame you though? Like, I don't know. Like, it's such an easy thing to do. I mean, like, I understand. Like, say if somebody was like, I want the satisfaction of doing it. All right, that's understandable. You know, having like a sense of like accomplishment because you yourself did it. You know, Chat DPD and GP. I was GPD.
ChatGPT.
Chat D&D. Actually, that probably would work. Yeah,
It
create
has.
an AI. Oh, it has. All right,
I
beautiful.
uh, I had, I had my friends do a campaign, which they've all worked at Target, just for the record, including me. I've worked at a Target at some point. So I had ChatGPT make up a thing about their competitor Walmart, and it was called Deals and Discounts.
And wrote a whole campaign.
A whole campaign. They fought Doug McMillon. They actually killed Doug McMillon, which is the CEO of Walmart.
I didn't know he was a CEO, but now knowing that, that's very interesting.
Yeah, I've kind of realized I just said his name without telling you who he was. Like, yeah, they killed Bobby Schmergel. Like, who the fuck is it?
That's whatever. You could mention the name. I'll be like, huh? I think
Doug McMillon, CEO of Walmart. If you happen to be watching this, just know that I have at least one fantasy documentation in which you are gracefully murdered. It is tasteful, though. It is a very good murder.
I'm trying to light up this very beautiful area.
Oh my god, you fucking freak. Okay. Okay, I have a very nice cave to explore.
Yeah.
And I think that is a good place to explore next time. I almost said the outro for my fucking channel that I do with my friend.
See you on the next delayed stream.
Yeah, see you next Tuesday. Haha. Because it says cunt. I have a question for you, really quick.
What?
These 3 blocks, can I break them or will they get in the way? Okay. Because the wall will be there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Because you don't bonk your head now, which is what I wanted.
That's fine.
But yeah, that goes all the way down into a cave now.
That is wonderful, and we have a very great start and foundation, and this is probably one of the best starting builds I've done. I don't know, this could go horrendously wrong in the future, but...
I like it so far. Oh, wait. And? Look at me. Look at what I got. Look at what I got. From a fucking barrel. From a fucking barrel.
Ooh.
I have fucking cog.
Ooh.
And there's a wandering trader.
What the hell? What does he have?
He's got a globe. I really like the globe.
We don't have the emeralds for this, but we need the leads. We had the same thought. Now, next.
Oh shit, my bad.
No, you're good. Really, I wasn't even trying to hit you, honestly. I was trying so hard not to.
Feel free, by the way, to move the furnaces at any point. I was just putting them down to show you that we had them.
No, you're good. I will at some point move them. For now, I'm just kind of fixing up the ground so that it's ready to be tilled upon.
Oh, and we should save that till next time.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm so funny. All right.
We will see you next time on unknown name, but maybe the minecast.
I mean, that's the name of the world.
Minecast.
Yeah, we'll see you next time on Minecomp. All right, later, guys. Please beep when I say Minecomp. Thank you.
Okay.